Right now, buy new carpet at the Home Depot and the installation in your whole house is on the house, as in free. So, let's cover more rooms with the same budget. Free installation will do wall-to-wall wonders with your wallet. Call 1-855-MEASURE to schedule an in-home measure or visit a store to get started. Let's do this. New carpet, free installation, more saving, more doing. Valid on basic installation through July 22nd. Minimum $1,500 purchase of carpet and pad. Varies by market, U.S. only.
Blog Talk Radio.
Good day, beloved brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, friends and foes. Welcome, I will say, Mayat Hotep, and that means peace and blessings be upon you. I would like you to welcome you to another show entitled Back to Life with Dr. Nebkeperure. And let's dive into today's subject. What I want to bring forth to you is the why. You know, there has to be a why behind everything. You know, it's in order to understand everything, if we're going to deal with logic, then and I want you to overthink things. You know, when I say dealing with logic and so on and so forth, but certain things just make sense. It's just by nature, just how stuff works and so on and so forth. And so that's what we want to deal with when we're asking the why to the culture's beautiful movement. Now, of course, some say, well, why not? As a quick reaction. But what I want to do is give some of the whys, because it's important. Because when this first started out, it was both for men and women, and not to say that I don't post anything for men too, but for the brothers that seems to have some type of animosity, or maybe, to me it seems like some don't like the advancement of women. They see it as some type of, let's say, male bashing type of thing. And if you know anything about me, I don't participate in that in either way, on the male side against the females, nor on the female side against the male, because there is no way that we're going to revitalize our neighborhoods and communities and our households and so on and so forth if there's so much toil and going back and forth. There has to be some type of middle ground, and the middle ground is Mayat, the laws, the principles, the values, the ideas of Mayat. There's 42 of each of those, and so as we deal with those, on an everyday basis, beloved brothers and sisters, one thing where we will come to realize is not so much the I, but it's more the we. Not so much the I, but the we. And I'm going to tell you something that my beautiful black grandmother, before she ascended to the realm of the ancestors, she told me something one day. I can remember when she had put me into ministry training, and she had put me into that when I was 10 years old. And it was at 13 years old, and mind you, she was also a school teacher, and a very devout woman. She loved God, or the Creator, and she loved culture, and very religious woman, very spiritual, so on and so forth. I really miss her. And I know that her presence is around me each and every day. But something that she said to me that I can never forget. She said something on this wise. She said, "Son, remember, when you are inspiring men, you're inspiring individuals. But when you inspire women, you inspire a people, a nation, a community, and even the world. There's much else that went on into that conversation, but I just remember that quote. Very powerful quote. I never forgot it. And it's that which brought me in all my learning, all my study, all my few degrees that I've gotten, but all the wealth of knowledge and inspiration and so on and so forth. And majority, I have to be honest, it comes from women. Not to say that men didn't inspire me, but it was more so woman rather than man. That pattern, my idea, my concepts of reviving humanity, my mission in life, it all came from woman. It all came from seeing the woman being put down low. It came from seeing abuse. It came from relationships. And those women being, in the condition that they were in because of some man. I can remember one of my good teachers long ago. He said, there's no such thing as a no good woman. And he said, anytime, if you find what you will call a no good woman, she was made that way by a no good man. And that's a very, very that's a very powerful statement right there. A lot of men wouldn't like that. Oh, hell no. That's no way. I would have to agree. Just based on my study, just based on my observation, just based on the world condition that is in right now, this is not so much so the woman's problem. Anytime when women getting into this, into world issues and problems and helping out humanity, even getting into politics and religion and so on and so forth, she's getting in a realm that was what? Controlled by men. And it's men that messed it up. Even though woman is the manufacturing, the human manufacturing facility that brings forth human beings. That womb must be protected. That womb must be shielded. That womb must be fortified. Wisdom, with knowledge, with understanding, with inspiration, with culture, with everything that will make her a well-rounded woman. But no, that's not what most men do. Most men would kick her down. Most men would call her all types of names. Want to use her for ill-gotten means. Want to use her for prostitution, drug selling, all sorts of whatnot. Yes, women may participate in that. And you might have some what they will call butch or women that are dykes or lesbians that maybe take on the male gender or aspects of it anyway in order to lord it over more softer women. And that does happen. But why is those women even doing that? They're doing that because they seen something, participated in something, and even was treated in certain type of ways based on men. So why not culture is beautiful? Culture is the only thing that places a woman back to where she comes from, no matter what region of the world. Makes her to get back in touch with her ancestors. Makes her getting back in touch with her cuisine, her styles, her fashions, her hairstyles, her beauty techniques, her morals, her values, even connecting with the divine and back with nature. So when we say culture is beautiful, what we're saying is that what we're doing is inspiring women everywhere of all nationalities and colors, all hues and colors, all places around the world, from Europe and America, throughout Africa and Asia and India and Australia, Central and South America, North America, Canada, all over the world, Antarctica, everywhere where there are women, it should be culture is beautiful. It should be men that's all over the world would take that statement, culture is beautiful, and they should attach pictures of their women to it, and they should share this and inspire their women. Beloved brothers and sisters, especially brothers, if you did this, of all hues and colors, what you are doing is giving a facelift, a cultural lift, a spiritual lift, an inspirational lift to the whole world. And if we did so, and these women are, it's what teaches your children, and your children grows up to be politicians and ministers and religious men and teachers and business owners, so on and so forth. What we will be able to do by doing just the culture is beautiful thing. And I know there's something so small, it seems insignificant to you. But what I'm trying to tell you is that you will literally give a facelift to the whole world, and things will be different. You will cause a monumental change of positivity upon the whole world. Why is the world being ruled by negativity? It's because you done kicked down woman and you ushered in this negativity. Usher in positivity and cultural inspiration, and what you will have is a new facelift upon the whole world, where nature will be even in agreement with you in terms of your rulership, in terms of your spiritual values and your morals and your values. Trying to tell you that this is something that is more powerful than just sharing a few pictures here and there. This is a movement that's inspiring women all the way around the world, Latinas and Asians, Africans and blacks, whites, people all the way around the world. Yeah, I see it. I see white women chiming in, and they tag it and they say, oh, this is beautiful. This is so inspirational. See? That's what they send me, little comments. And I say, oh, wow. Oh, what started out just for black women, it turns out to be something that is inspiring women from all nationalities and races. So what I'm trying to tell you, beloved brothers and sisters, is that even when we come out with this, and then what I want to do and inspire other men and get other women involved in this. I want to go on a tour. Yes, I want to go on a tour. And on this tour, I want to be able to inspire men and women from all over to take me as an example, and then allow me to go to different places and inspire others in order to do the same thing. Have politicians support these movements, preachers to support these movements, this movement of going throughout, everywhere and promoting this. And we can make monumental change. We can do this. So what we're doing is we're coming up with some products as for fundraisers and so on and so forth, where I can take this tour starting in America, and then if supported good enough, I wanted to take it around the world. It's all based on your participation, your involvement. Finally, we got a niche, and then what would make, what would include anybody, everybody, everywhere, men, women, children, of all hues and colors and nationalities, gathering around something that is so vitally important that it cannot be ignored. Culture is beautiful. Culture is beautiful, and it is. So with that, when we coming out with these line of products that would be the basis of fundraising, I'm not asking you to just contribute some money. No, I want you to buy the products, because the product is what give birth to validity and inspiration, not only to me but to others that's involved, and it helps pay the staff and others that's involved with that, and help pay for entertainers to be a part of this, and other motivational speakers to all come out to different cities and participate in this. No woman deserves to be kicked down. None. You have to inspire all. Hell, some might even say, oh, he's off his rocker now. Well, no, because even if Caucasian women are inspired with this, and they're teaching their children the right way, then you would, after a good 50 to 100 years, you could weed out that whole germ of racism, Eurocentrism, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? It all starts with the woman, because the woman is the first teacher, and whatever she teaches the children is passed on. So you got to make sure that she is taught the right values, the right morals, the universal precepts of harmony, love, and togetherness, unity, and prosperity. And I guarantee you, if we even had, for instance, I will show you something. If we had a separate society of all hues and colors, and you place all peoples, and you put them inside of a country, I will show you that you can weed out racism and white supremacy and all sorts of supremacist types of ideology, black or white. You can weed out all that kind of stuff based on what is taught to the woman, because she teaches it to the babies, and the babies grow up and then develop society based on what their mama or mamas have laid out. It's just the truth. That's how the ancient Nile Valley civilization, this is how it spread to the world. It spread it because it uplifted woman. And what woman did is say, wait a minute, I'm looking for a son. And if I find a son that I can get that will represent my nation and my society, I will make him president, or I will make him pharaoh, and he will rule, because I know that he was taught the best values. I know that he wouldn't rob me. I know that he wouldn't leave me impoverished. What he's going to do is uplift all society. He's going to make sure that justice flows like the Nile. And that's what the Nile is. Now, you may have some troublemakers, but it was based on what he was taught. You have some bad ones, but it's based on what he was taught. Anytime when you have presidents, kings, and rulers, anytime when you have presidents, kings, and rulers, and they not operating right, and they not for justice for all, and peace and prosperity for all peoples everywhere, then you can always go back to the source. What kind of breast was he nursed from? Was he nursed from a breast of power and nourishment and prosperity and harmony, unity, cultural values, and so on and so forth? Did he have Mayat in his system? Did he know how to do right? And any time in ancient history when you found those type of men like that, you notice that their societies was overflowing with prosperity, honor, wisdom, cultural values, upliftment of women, and the balancing of the sexes between man and woman. See? So let me just say that I was inspired, I was taught, and I was nursed from good women that made sure that I would be about a monumental change in societies of the world and putting things back to the way that it should be. So, with that said, I'm going to, I hope that answered the question for the men. Because some men, they chime in on the Daily Post and so on and so forth, and they acting like this is just some type of a cooch movement or, something negative. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't want to, some men, no matter what color they is, some men just don't want to see the harmonic balance between man and woman. They just don't want to see it. They want to continue to dominate the world. And as long as you push woman down, you don't have the equilibrium. You don't have the right values and honor, love, and law in your heart, in your mind, in order to balance society. This is why prisons is making big money. This is why there's a bunch of drug sales and prostitutions and politicians is getting over on people and all types of crimes in society and sexual perversions and so on and so forth. And these men can't just keep their heads to themselves. Teachers and all types of gym teachers and things of that nature can't just keep their hands to themselves. They're messing with the girls. They messing with the young boy. That's because the value system that he was nursed from was corrupted. So that means that woman that taught him, she had corrupted values because she was probably taught that from a man. Beloved brothers and sisters, it's going to take us, you and me, everyday people, to cause a universal movement back to harmony, back to peace, back to law, back to order, back to balance, back to honor, back to stability, back to prosperity. And it can all start right here and right now. The culture is beautiful movement. Not just, look, all good movements in the past started from one man or one woman, and it spread it out through many others, and others got infected with their positive, if they say a disease, but we're going to use disease in a good way. They was affected with that positive disease, and that positive disease spread to many people everywhere, and they was all infected until a monumental change came in the populations of the world. This is our time now. This is our moment in history where we can make good change towards the good. Any time there has been ever any good change that came in the world, it always started with a few people. Would you be one of those few people that get involved? I hope so. So what we're going to do, we're putting out a campaign, you know what I mean, to begin this, to begin the tour and the funding for the tour. You know what I mean? So we enter into the hearts and minds of people everywhere to say, hey, get involved with this, and let's come to a city near you, and let's make some monumental change. Let's buy the book. Let's buy the items and the T-shirts and different things that belongs to this movement all over, and let's inspire such change that have never been seen since. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do this. Matter of fact, we ain't seen this kind of change until the change movement, that Mr. Obama came in on. So I'm coming in with change, but we're going to use culture. Culture is beautiful. To all peoples everywhere. Uplifting women all over. Inspiring culture and stability and cuisine and all kinds of things that belongs to each other's cultures, and we can come together, we can share this together. Man, this is monumental change that will make impact on the world forever, and it starts with you right now. It starts with me. It starts with everybody getting involved and making monumental change for the better. So there will be the Culture's Beautiful products that will be released in a few days, and I want you to go ahead and buy any cups, T-shirts, books, and anything that belongs to that, because all proceeds go so that we can put on this tour and to come to different cities, and then we can have our workshops, and there will be vending, there will be other motivational speakers, and so on and so forth, and we will make a change upon this world that haven't been seen in a very long time. Something positive, something glorious, something that we can all benefit from, something that we can all learn from. And couldn't we learn a little bit more? Couldn't we be inspired a little bit more? Could we make more monumental change so that we could fix our problems in the world? Yes. So it all starts with you and me right now. Say it with me. Culture is beautiful. And all my brothers, don't look down upon this. Help, uplift. And if you uplift, I tell you, you will have a better woman. I tell you,